Welcome to mathematics class. Our topic for today is algebra. Under this topic, we are learning to 1. State the meaning of like and unlike terms. 2. Add like terms. 3. Subtract like terms. Starter. What is the coefficient of the variables in the following expressions? Coefficient of the variables in the following expressions. Don't forget, this is an expression. It has no equal sign. All of these are expressions. So, what are the coefficients of the variable? Don't forget that the variables are the letters that you have in the expressions. The letters you have in the expressions are the variables. So what are the coefficients? I'll give you 2 minutes to go through this starter and let me know your answers. Okay. If you are done with it, I want you to cross-check your answers with mine. 3x minus 2. First, you look for the variable in this question 1. The variable here is what? X. The variable here is x. And the number multiplying x, the number multiplying the variable is known as the coefficient. So 3 is the number multiplying x. Therefore, the coefficient here of x is 3. 2. What is the coefficient of the variable here? The variable here is what? Y. And the number multiplying y is minus 7. Minus 7. So the coefficient here is minus 7. Minus 7. The coefficient of y is minus 7. Number 3. What's the coefficient of the variable here? The coefficient of the variable b is half. Is what? Half. It is plus half. So we don't need to put the plus. If you like, you can put. If you like, you don't leave it, just call it half. So the coefficient of b is half or plus half. Number 4, the coefficient of the variable z here is minus 12. Minus 12. Now you know what a variable is, and you know what coefficient is. Now, to our topic for the day. What are like and unlike terms? Like terms are terms that contain the same variable. The same variable. That means the same letters. They contain the same letters. Only the numerical coefficients are different. Coefficients are numbers multiplying the variable. So the numbers could differ. They could be different, but the letters must be the same. For example, a is a variable. This is 2a. This is a term. A is a term. Like I said before, a term could be a letter, it could be a number, and it could be a combination of both number and letter. So a is a term, 2a is another term, 7a is another term. They all have the same variable, and the variable is what? A. So when you look at these terms, they are known as what? Like terms, because they have the same variables, but the numbers are different. The coefficient here is 1, coefficient here is 2, while the coefficient here is 7. Don't bother yourself with the coefficient, you just look out for the variable, the letters a. So they are what? Like terms. Then what is unlike terms? Unlike terms are two or more terms that do not have the same variables. They do not have the same variable. For instance, 2a, the term here is what? 2a. The variable here is a. This is another term, 5b. The variable here is b. This is another term, 3p. The variable here is p. These terms they are not the same. The variables are not the same. This is an apple, banana, and pineapple. They are not the same. Therefore, we call these terms unlike terms. In an expression, only like terms can be combined. Only like terms can be combined. That is when simplifying algebraic expressions. Let's look at these examples. Example 1. Simplify 2x plus 2y plus 4x plus y. You have to simplify. How do you simplify this type of expressions? First thing is to bring the like terms together. You collect the like terms together. Now, which terms are the same here? We have x here, we have x here. These are the two terms that are alike. So you bring them together. 2x. Don't forget the coefficient of x here is plus 4x. So you move plus 4 and then the variable. You bring them together. So you have like terms now, x and x. Then the next one is y. Y is another variable. It's not the same thing as x. So you bring them together. Don't forget the coefficient is plus 2. So whatever the coefficient is going to, it goes with the sign. Plus 2y. And then the next term here that has the same variable as this is this one, y. And it is plus y. Now we have two different terms here now that we can add together, that we can combine. 2x plus 4x. 2 plus 4 is 6. So you just write down the variable. You don't need to add the variable, you only add the coefficient. Add the coefficient, 2 plus 4 is 6. Then you just bring the variable and attach it to the coefficient. We are done with x. Then we have 2y and y. Do not forget that when you have a variable standing on its own, the coefficient is 1. This is 1y, but we don't write the 1. So, to add them together, this is plus 2 and plus 1. When you add the coefficients together, 2 plus 1 is 3. Then you just attach your variable to the coefficient. Now we are done. This is the answer to the question. 6x plus 3y. Don't do the mistake of adding 6 and 3 together. Why? Because 6x and 3y are unlike terms. You can't add unlike terms together. This is just like mango and orange. They are not the same. You can't add them together. So when you get to this point, that is the end of the problem. So we are done with example 1. Example 2. Simplify 4g plus 6h plus 7i plus 2h plus 3h. Add them together. First thing is to bring the like terms together. The like terms are, we have g here. Then look for g in the other terms of the expression. There's no g, there's no g, there's no g, there's no g. What that means is g is alone. Then the next term here is what? H. Then look for other terms that are h. The other term that are h here is plus 6h, 6h, 2h, and it goes with the sign, plus 2h, and then plus 3h. We are done with all the h. Then the last term left is I, and this is plus 7i. Then we can now go ahead and add the like terms together. This is g. It has there's no other term that is g, so 4g remains 4g. Then h, this plus 6 plus 2 plus 3. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. That gives us 11h. And then I is alone, so you just write your I plus 7i, and we are done with the simplification. You can't add g, h, and I together. Why? Because they are unlike terms. Example 3. Simplify 2b minus b. 2b minus b. They are like terms. So 2b minus b is what are the coefficients? Coefficient of b here is 2. Coefficient of b here is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Therefore, the answer here is what? 1b. I told you you don't need to write 1 here. That is the rule. So you just write b. So 2b minus b is b. Example 4. Simplify 5d minus 4f plus 3e minus 2d plus f minus 2e. So we have different terms here. We have terms in d, terms in f, and terms in e. So group the like terms together. So starting with 5d, is a term in d. Then look for another term in d, which is what? Minus 2d. Don't forget, it goes with the 2 goes with the sign. Minus 2d. There is no any other term in d here. Then we'll go to the next term, which is f. Do not forget that the f, the coefficient is minus 4. So we have minus 4f. And then the next f is plus f. And then there's no any other term in f. So the last term here is what? E plus 3e minus 2e. Now we can now proceed to simplify like terms together. So 5d minus 2d is equal to 3d. 5 minus 2, so you only subtract the coefficient. 5 minus 2 is 3. Then 3d minus 4f plus 4 minus 4 plus 1 with negative 4 and then positive 1. How do you add them together? When you have something like this, we have two unlike signs. First is to take the bigger number. You do 4 minus 1, put in brackets, and then the sign of the bigger number comes outside the bracket, minus. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Therefore, our answer is what? Minus 3. So minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. Then we'll put our f. Then plus 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So like I said before, you don't need to write 1. So you only write the coefficient. So the plus here is bigger than the minus. So you have plus e. Now we have 3 terms that are not alike. They are unlike terms. So you can't add further than this. So this is where we stop. 3d minus 3f plus e is the final answer.